hold at maximum capacity.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Very Dead Gaming. I'm Very Dead, and we are playing Elite Dangerous again this morning. Changing it up just a little bit. I'm still working on my trade rank to get to Elite, and I discovered another method that seems to be working a little bit better for me. I'm still doing source and return missions, but I'm doing it with illegal materials, so they're fetching a little bit of a higher profit margin, and it's adding a little bit of added risk and skill to getting these materials in and out of the station, so makes it a little bit more fun. I think it adds just a little bit more element of danger. What I am doing, I've become an arms dealer, or an arms smuggler. I'm smuggling in landmines and personal weapons right now to my home system, which is Diagondry, and where I had been doing maybe 10% trade rank using more traditional methods of commodity trading, or maybe the standard source and return for non-illegal materials that didn't require smuggling. What I've noticed that I really was able to rank up fairly quickly in the last few gaming sessions. Right now I am at, let me go just show you, I'm at 60%. Yesterday at this time I was at 30%. So in one day I made 30% trade rank, and I did not play very long. I played maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I can hit another 10% in this gaming session. We'll see. It really depends on the missions that spawn. So you are kind of at the mercy of the random number gods, but so far it's been much quicker. And as far as my income goes, if you can see, I'm at 580 million. That's over 150 million more than yesterday at this point. So it's a little bit more profitable as well. I am starting to get some higher paying missions that are in the 3.5 million range for landmines and personal weapons, which is a lot more than I was getting for the reactive armor at this basically at the same rank level. So there you have it. And what I'm also doing is part of the deal too is on my way there, because I'm going to this place Picum. It's a planetary base, because you can only get landmines from planetary bases. I'm not sure why. Probably because there's no point in selling them on a space-based platform. But I'm bringing military-grade fabrics, and I'm making almost 1 million credits. So 935,000 just hauling this commodity back. So it just adds a little bit more on top, and it makes it just a little bit more lucrative. And what I'm going to do is, when I get to Watts Hub, I'm going to look and see if they have any factions in a civil war state. Basically, I can then bring in, I'll see if I can bring in some more materials that they need to sell to complete submissions, and it make it a little bit more lucrative than the 1 million or 935,000. I could find some missions, maybe 2 missions or 3 missions for about that much. and dump off my cargo that way. So we have just a few things to do, and but that's what I'm doing today. And I'm going to see, my goal is to do about 10% rank to get to that 70%, maybe a little bit higher. I definitely will crack the 600 million mark for credits, and that's always good. But that, again, is not the primary goal today. I am seeing some missions now in the 18 million range for hauling this stuff, but they're those big wing missions. So it takes 2 or 3 runs to do, and you have to still buy, I'm buying close to 2,000. So the profit's pretty good. I would still say I'm making over 6,000 credits per ton, but not quite where I want to be with that. So if you'll just give me a minute, I wanted to get started, but I have a few other housekeeping things to do before I get the stream going, and I wanted to send out a couple of notices to a few friends of mine that they haven't started watching yet. So give me a sec. I'm gonna get them going, and we'll hit this pretty quick here. Okay, now we're situated. Just need a couple of more things to do here. Starting a stream is not as easy as I thought it would. There's all this software you have to get going. It's just a pain in the butt. And I guess I just don't have a system for it yet. And that I definitely need to get a little bit more efficient. Not there yet. Let me make sure I have my... Alright, so we're heading off to Pickham. This Miller, I guess Miller Gateway or something. switch to open in a minute, but we'll wait till I get to my destination.
You have cleared the no-fire zone. Flight control out.
And we have, okay, so 580 million is my balance. I'm at 60% trade rank. And so the goal is 70% and 600 million. Just for this gaming session. We'll see if I'm successful or not. It would be nice. I'm starting, it's 8:30, so we'll say I started my runs at 8:30, and we'll just see how long it takes to get that 10%. Or if I can do it even in the gaming session, because I figure if I go to 10:30 today, that's 2 hours, and I think I should be able to do it in 2 hours. All right, and the other thing that I'm doing is I am fighting these pirates that are looking for my cargo, because that adds just a little bit more credits on. And even though it slows me down a bit, it doesn't slow me down that much. It's about 5-10 minutes, and it adds a little bit of fun, because since I'm smuggling, you know, I'm up for a fight. I'm doing illegal crap anyways. I might as well get a few kills while I'm at it. And that's the difference today, is I hadn't been doing any illegal activity. I hadn't been smuggling, and a little bit too fast there. We're gonna bring that down. And I'm perfectly happy letting this guy interdict me, and I'm just gonna fight him. But sometimes they don't catch you in time. And I'm not making an effort to run or anything like that. Oh, there he is. All right, so now he's behind me. So I'm going to throttle down so that he can catch up to me. So the difference in smuggling is you don't want to be scanned when you're going into the station with your illicit materials. Otherwise, I'm not sure. I think the station will open fire on you. At the very minimum, you're going to get a fine. I'm not sure. And I seem to have gotten better at getting into the stations without being scanned. Usually it's just popping a heat sink, and that seems to make all the difference. But it definitely pays out a little bit better. And the other thing too is where I'm hauling the stuff has a black market. So when I have a few extra that I can't find missions for, I can just dump them off and still make a healthy profit selling the materials at the black market. So just trying my hand at a little criminal activity in the game, and it's been pretty fun, I have to say. I like sneaking in. You feel like you're getting away with something. But this guy couldn't seem to catch me. He's flying in circles around me, and that's unfortunate.
Orbital flight engaged.
And picking up landmines here, and personal weapons, I think, is the other. I'm going to split my cargo 50-50, because I notice when I pick up either or, I typically, when I go back to the station, it doesn't give me those missions. But if I have a little bit of each, it seems like I get an equal split of both. So I don't know if that's something that they did to minimize, you know, being able to buy a bunch of stuff and then just sell it at the missions without, because it's definitely more profitable to do it that way, and you avoid all the nonsense, the interdictions and pirates per mission.
Papa Alpha Tango, please submit a standard docking request before attempting to land.
request approved. Proceed to Bay 08.
Scan detected.
So there, I just popped a heat sink, and I'm not doing anything illegal here, but I always like to practice it. It seems to it makes it take a lot longer
Deployed.
to get the scan lock on.
Detected.
Pop another one.
Heat sink deployed. Scan detected.
Pop another one. As you can see,
Attention. No visual on landing gear.
Heat sink deployed. Scan detected.
one more. And there, I got in. That's just, now I wasn't doing anything illegal, but that's your technique.
Ship is on the ground. Mine crew dispatched.
You just keep popping those heat sinks as soon as you detect the scan, and what it does is it doesn't allow their scan to complete, so they have to start it over again. And that guy was very persistent. He followed me all the way in. Typically they don't. I don't know. Usually I can just pop one, and then I can get in. But that guy, he really wanted to see what I had, and I didn't want him to see it. All right, so here I'm gonna just check the mission board real quick before I sell what I have. And I have I brought with me military grade fabrics, so I'll just look quickly at the mission board to see if they have any missions that are more profitable than straight selling. Typically they don't, and I don't waste any time. But I just I look to see if there's any source and return for military grade fabrics. They want battle weapons here, so nothing for military grade fabric. So we'll just go to the commodities market, and I'm just gonna sell it straight away. And it gave me 935,424 credits, right at exactly what the EDDB told me it was going to do. And then if you go down, I look here, there's landmines and personal weapons. So I'm gonna split my cargo, and I'm gonna buy 350 of these. Okay, so I bought 350 of those. And then I'm going to buy personal weapons. I'm just going to round out my cargo here. Very good.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And if you take a look. Alright, so now I'm still at 60%. Alright, so we're basically, all I'm going to do now is, I'm going to head back to Diagondry, Ray Gateway. And I'm going to try and sneak in with my illegal cargo and make some profit.
Vessel is free. Take care when exiting the port.
But it's always good fun trying some illegal things. So let's see if I am successful getting back into... So it says I have illicit cargo, if you notice on my screen, right in the center. That's your warning. So if you get caught, you're going to get fined at the very least. And I'm not sure what the threshold is for killing you, but I don't want to find out because that would cost me 20 million credits. Alright, so we're just heading to Ray Gateway. But I don't find... I haven't found it too difficult to get in yet, but we'll see. I mean, there's always a slight risk that you're going to get scanned. Just shutting down all my weapons. I'll lower my heat output a bit. Alright, so we're coming around. Just trying to center up on the station here. Yes, I use a single flight. I use a HOTAS system. So I have a X55, a Cytec X55 HOTAS with the throttle and the stick. White McLaren, welcome. Thanks for watching, I appreciate it. I wouldn't play this game without sticks. I mean, there's arguments to be made either way, but it's just way more fun when you feel like you're actually flying instead of playing a video game.
Kutamaya Papa Alpha Tango. Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander.
Alright, so here we go.
Request approved. Set down on landing pad 02.
I'm just gonna ease off the throttle a little bit. This ship drifts like a mother. So you don't want to hit that mail slot going too fast. You gotta find a balance. So you're close enough that you don't get scanned. And I can hear someone moving in to scan me, but I made it in.
Approach is good. Maintain current heading.
I was quick enough that time. And nobody scanned me. So now it's time to make some money. Slow it down, slow it down. I didn't even have to pop a heat sink that time, which is always good. Okay, so I have illegal materials, as you can see, personal weapons and landmines, and I snuck them in. And now it's time to hit the mission board. And this, I'm gonna have to flip this mission board several times in order to sell all of that. But it's been popping a ton of missions for well, I had one, so here we go. We'll just deliver these. And there's 2.5 million right off the bat. Boom. Now let's see if there's any more. Alright, that's a little bit too much. I had 690 units of landmines. I don't have enough. Yeah. And so I've been getting a lot of these awful wing missions and not enough of the individual missions, and it's kind of a bummer. But here, personal weapons, 3.5 million. Let's see if I get another one. Maybe landmine. Nope, nothing worth taking. So I basically, that board, I only got 2 missions worth taking. And that really kind of sucks. When I didn't have landmines, or if I didn't have either, the board would have been completely full of like 3.5 million missions. So I don't know what they did. If they added something that, oh, if you have these in your cargo, you're not going to get the missions. But I've noticed a huge change in what gets spawned based on what you have in your cargo hold, which doesn't make any sense. All right, so nothing there, so we're gonna flip the board. But there, I already made 5 million, and I've been here a minute, and that's pretty darn good. Okay, go open. All right, so we go back to the mission board. And hopefully I'll get a better board this time. But you know, it's total random. There are times where usually when I'm not streaming is when I get the best boards. You know, I think that's just Murphy's Law at work. Alright, so here's a good one. And that was it. That's just ridiculous. It's given me 1 per board. There's 26 missions there, and only 1 of them is to supply. If I didn't have this stuff in my hold, half of them. I won't do this when they take away the board flip. So that's why I'm doing it now. And I'm encouraging everybody else to do it too, because once it's gone, it's gone. And now I have no idea how they're going to change the way the boards populate. Possibly they're going to give you a lot more missions to choose from. I don't know. But I think they'll be able to, since it's going to be per pilot, and they're going to basically have a completely separate server network just for the mission boards. But yeah, once it's gone, it's gone. So I've just been basically doing a mad rush to get my rank before they take away your ability to quickly rank up. Because I kind of took it for granted and never really bothered. I've been playing the game for 4 years, and it's like, well, they're taking away the easier method to get it done, and this has taken me. I've been doing this for now. I was already just short of Tycoon, so basically a rank and a third away from being elite, and I've already been doing this for about 10 days, and I still haven't made the rank. So I can only imagine. All right, so now I'm up to 62%. I've gained 2% in that 1 set of missions, and I've gained 8 million, and I still have more boards to hop. So here we go. But if the mission system wasn't so god awful, then we wouldn't have to do this board flipping. So I'm hoping that they're going to give the mission system a little bit of love, and that when you get to a higher rank, that your board isn't full of all these useless, worthless missions that are only good for bottom ranking people. Because frankly, I can't make enough money trading to make it worthwhile to fly these bigger ships. Thank you now for the follow. I appreciate that, White McLaren. All right. Back to Starport Services, and we're gonna hit this hard. Come on. I'm hoping for a good roll of the dice here. I wish that the mission board was more economy based, but it is pretty random. All right, so not a single illegal mission there. That was a bummer. And so I have now this one I might take because it's 16 million, but it's gonna take me three runs of landmines back and forth to get it. So, you know, the profit's not quite as high as it looks. That profit's per ton is actually, I think, a little bit higher for these smaller missions per ton. And that's really the important thing when you're trying to rank up. You want higher profit per ton, not necessarily massive gross profit. Long range trading, I haven't tried it yet, and it's marginally more profitable than these short range runs, but it takes a lot longer, so that basically it negates the credit per hour that you're looking at. But I think credits per ton is probably higher. So, you know, there's a lot of things to consider. But so far, what I've done, and I've been through pretty much every short range method I could find. Straight commodity trading, then legal trading, you know, source and deliver. And so far, this has been the fastest method for ranking up. All right. So it's just it's rinse and repeat until I get rid of all of my cargo, or until I get sick of board flipping, and then I'll just sell it off at the black market, and that's still a decent profit. That's about 2,500 credits per ton right now, or at least it was the last time I did it. Which, much lower than what I'm doing right now, but still better than nothing. Back to the two that are buying or given the missions. All right, so there we go. 22.5 million for landmines, and that's it looks like it's only giving me one per board at the moment, and that has really sucked. I was getting 5 of those per board yesterday and just ranking up like mad. There's another one. Keep it coming. But long range trading, I think if I get tired of doing the smuggling, I'll probably jump in and try the long range trading, because again, it's always fun to try new methods to play the game, and maybe long range illegal trading, long range smuggling. That's all right. So again, flip the board. Go. I'll do this private. Solo play. Yeah, so basically I'm just flipping back between solo and open. It seems to give me the best results getting new boards. For some reason, my private group always seems to be the exact same board as my open play, and that's kind of a bummer. There we go. So I'm getting 2.8 million is probably my average per mission, and it looks like I'm getting, there we go. Got a couple there, personal. And I'm deliberately avoiding the larger missions because you have to make multiple runs back and forth, and oh, so there we go. I'm all out of landmines. I sold them all, so there we go. We gotta finish that mission, and now go personal weapons. I still have a few of those. Out of landmines. you go. That's a good one. 3.5 million for personal weapons. It's just now that's a pretty 18 million, but yeah, almost 2,000. So that would take me quite a few runs. All right, so we have one. Do this guy. And all right, look at that. I just hit, in one run, I hit 600 million, which was my goal for the stream. And so that was what? I was at 580, so 20 million I've made just in this one run. And it's been almost a half an hour. So 40 million per hour, I would say, is what I can make. Flip that board one more time. And as far as trading goes, I think that's pretty good. I think I was in solo. I can't remember. I forgot. But I think I will get very close to 1 billion credits by the time I hit that elite rank. And I've been there, so more. There's another landmine mission. I'm looking for personal weapons, and it's not giving them to me. And that's a lot of it has to do with the random mission board. If you just have an unlucky streak, you just get nothing. And so, of course, now that I have no landmines, it's spawning all kinds of landmine missions. So stupid. It's back to solo. Looks like I'm gonna end up selling the rest of my cargo. I just get tired of flipping boards, and it's and if you're not feeling it, if you're not getting those missions, if it's not spitting them out for you, you're just caught in a random number rut. It's time to dump your cargo and just change the instance. Go to a different system. Let the boards refresh on their own, and hopefully you'll get the missions you're looking for eventually. And I know I've been patient. And like this one, nothing. Not a single freaking mission that I could use. Alright, there. Personal, see, they want me, they really want me to take these long missions, and I just won't do it. That one is, alright, so here, I'm gonna back out. I'm going to, contacts. We'll go to the black market, and now it's time to sell these babies. Personal weapons. Let's see if I... Alright, so I'm just under 2,000 credits. Cleared them out. Alright, time to go back to the commodities market. I'm looking for military grade fabrics. Let me just make sure that the market's still good for that. Yeah, military grade fabric. So we go down to textiles. And I'm going to haul this back. Alright, good.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Oh, I forgot. Let me see. Let me just look real quick what they sell. I'll do it next time around. Okay, so we have reactive armor that I can haul that back. I really think my... Alright, we're on our way. And so, just this quick technique where you bookmark your system so that you don't have to scroll through and manually do it. It's a much quicker, more time-efficient method. That way, while you're leaving the station, you can quick plot your course.
Departure authorized.
just kind of efficiency of motion. You're not flipping through a bunch of screens and wasting any time. And I'm expecting that I'll probably get interdicted again. Hopefully the guy will catch me, because I always like a little bit of a fight. But what I'm going to do right now is I got to go to my modules and I got to enable all my weapons again.
All clear. Until next time, Commander.
I think I got everything on. There we go. And we are making our jump. I fired that up as I was doing that. You can kind of multitask. And this is a planetary base. I typically don't like to go to planetary bases just because they take much longer to land on, and it just adds time, and time is money. But in this case, since I'm smuggling landmines, you can only get those from planetary bases. They, you know, logically, there's no reason to have a landmine in space. So and so far, no pirates looking for me. Alright, so now I'm going to ease back on the throttle. I'm going a little bit too fast. I would drop out of Super Cruise too early. There we go. Alright, so, and then when you're doing a planetary approach, I think your best angle of descent is going to be about 35 degrees. That kind of puts you right on target.
Orbital flight engaged.
And I'm just about there. And we're coming in a little bit shallow, so there we go. Much better. Alright, so again, you just right at 35 degrees or such. You know, sometimes the curvature of the planet, it'll throw it off just a bit until you get a little bit closer. But right there, and that'll bring me right in. And the other thing too is if you kind of do a little, you know, wave motion as you come in. Sometimes I'll drop down, I'll go a little steeper, and then I'll come up above and I'll go just above 30 degrees, and you kind of ride the crest of the wave, and it really loops you right in really quickly. And so I can request docking, and there we go.
Kudamaya, Papa Alpha Tango. Please submit a landing request on approach, Commander. Request approved. Proceed to Bay 07.
Scan detected.
And I don't like being scanned, and I like to stay in the practice of it. And so I put a coolant purge.
Heat sink deployed.
And I'll get scanned again here.
Scan detected.
Another heat sink. That prevents you from getting scanned. Just a little trick.
Heat sink deployed.
Whoop.
Scan detected.
Oh, damn it. I got my gear hooked up on...
Deployed. Scan detected.
Come on.
Heat sink deployed.
But that's the way... That guy tried to scan me, what, 4 or 5 times? Every time you detect a scan, pop a heat sink, and it'll buy you some time. Alright, so... I'm gonna look at the mission board. One more time. I have military grade fabrics, so you always check. It just takes a minute, and if you can find, sometimes you get lucky, and you find a mission on the board where they need you to source military grade fabrics, or whatever you happen to be carrying. But no such luck. So we're out of here. We're gonna go to the commodities market, and I'm just gonna sell off my cargo. Profits come down significantly from my... Well, let me see. No, it's right on the money. All right, and now, like, they want battle weapons here. So what I could do is I could look to find where I want to supply them. But I think I have a pretty lucrative route right now, and it's the landmines and personal weapons. So we're gonna... you know what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna just stock up on landmines. We'll see. Okay, so 294 there. That's all they have, and then we'll round out the cargo with personal weapons.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And that's basically what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna make our way back and see how much money we can make off of this. And we're gonna go back to Ray Gateway, which is my home system.
Restraints released. Take care when exiting the port.
So I'm at 64%, so I made 1% there. Or no, 2% here. So things are looking pretty good. I'm making good progress on my trade rank, and I already achieved my goal for the day for credits. I just basically wanted to make about 20 million, and so anything else is kind of golden after that. And I've only been going for about 40 minutes, I think we've been playing, so not bad. And now it's just the only thing that you worry about is because I'm carrying illegal goods. There you go. I'm fully loaded with illegal stuff. you want to make sure that you don't get scanned getting into the base. Now, I'm so new to smuggling, I don't even know really what the punishment is for smuggling, you know, weapons, basically. I'm not sure if it's instant death, you know, that the station attacks you, or if you just get a fine. But I don't want to find out. Maybe I'll do it in a cheaper ship, because this one will cost me over 20 million if I want to find out, and that's a little bit of a steep price tag. Okay, just a fine. Thank you, Commander Moore. I appreciate the information. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Thanks for joining the chat. The more participation, the better. It makes what can be kind of a boring task much more enjoyable when I get to chat with you guys. And usually I learn a lot. I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time, but there's still a lot that I haven't even attempted.
Papa Alpha Tango. This is an independent staff system, Commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down. Request approved. Prep for arrival on landing pad 24.
So we just ease off the throttle a bit. Go. It looks like we're gonna make it in again. No scan. Love it. No, not even an attempt at a scan. And you know, there are things you can do to make your life much easier trying to get into a system or into a station without being scanned. And primarily the most important thing is line up directly straight outside of that mail slot when you come out of Super Cruise. That way it's just a straight shot in. And you spend a lot less time in front of the authority ships.
Landing successful. Dispatching ground crew.
So
Report to station services for more information.
back to the mission board, and time to start selling off this cargo. So I already had a mission on the kitty here. Let's finish that one off. Good. 2.8. Boy, these boards have been very stingy today. It was much more lucrative yesterday. I wouldn't have to board maybe twice and I could sell off all my cargo. And now it's like I get basically 2 missions per board, if that. I'm getting a lot. See, I wasn't getting a lot of these wing missions yesterday. So there's 3 wing missions on here that I'm really not interested in taking, just because it's multiple runs before you get a payout. And so the payout is actually, it would have to be over 10 million after I would have to net over 10 million for it to be worth it to take one of these. So and these are just too small, so they'd have to be in the 18 million range total credit reward for me to take them, because in the same amount of time I'm doing 20 million. So these smaller missions, and that's the thing, you know, you have to kind of weigh how much you're getting paid and what your net is, because the gross might look fantastic and people will take them, but you end up with your profit per ton being lower than these smaller missions. And if your goal is just to amass a bunch of credits, then it it usually is more worth your while to take those bigger missions. But I'm trying to gain rank quickly, and so they're pretty even as far as how much rank you get for the amount of time. And once they get up above, if I started seeing rewards of about 20 million, hey Volt, how you doing? Welcome. Haven't seen you in a bit. You still playing some Counter-Strike? I actually reinstalled it because of you. Work. Good, and I was playing with Mighty G. He's much better at it than me. So those quick reflexes and the headshots, he's very good. But I just watch him play, and I've gotten much better. Isn't that funny? The student has become the master. All right, so nothing on this mission board worth taking. Oh, there we go. Cool. Cash this one in. Right. But it's all right. I mean, enjoy. Good luck on your competition. Kick some butt. Top 3 finish, at least. That's what you're going for. Gotta love tech. Alright. So I'm going to redo the boards yet again. And the reason I'm sticking with this system is because it's my home system. And I don't have to travel very far. So, but I'm thinking I may have to get allied with a few more systems around me, and that give me more options as far as commodity, smuggling. And I usually just skip all of these because none of these, every now and then they'll source and return some illegal stuff, but usually no. Yeah, these boards are pretty sad. Especially with what I was getting yesterday. But I'm still making pretty decent money and pretty decent rank. It's just not coming quite as fast. I'm having to really flip these mission boards quite a bit. And that can be very tedious. Alright, so I'm at 66%. I started at 6%, and I haven't even been playing an hour yet, so I think 10% an hour using this method for rank, especially for your last rank, which is Tycoon to Elite. I think that is a reasonable progression. And I'm pretty close to 610 million credits. And I've made... so that's, what, 30 million so far. They're just killing me with not giving me these missions. Killing me. Alright, before I accept, let me see how many landmines I have. Alright, I still have 174. I have sold hardly any personal weapons. They're just not, the missions are not coming up anymore. But, well, bigger one. I might have to take one of these. Maybe I'll take a really huge. And again, just refreshing that board. But smuggling seems to add a little bit more profit to the equation, but you have to, the board has to spawn the missions you need. And oh yeah, I'm hitting a dry spell, I think, because I'm getting maybe 1 or 2 per entire board. And I was getting, yesterday I would get 6 to 8 per board, and so I could basically deliver almost all of my smuggled materials in 1 board or 2. But no such luck today. Alright, so here's a personal weapons. That's 17 million. That one I might take. Just because I'm not getting anything, so I'm just gonna switch it up. And I'm gonna dump all of my personal weapons that I carried. And then we'll go back, and now there was another landmine here. I'm gonna just keep, there it is, 54 units. One. Probably just come up a little bit short for this other mission, but I'll go ahead and go. Alright, so we're gonna, now I should have an empty cargo hold, or now what I do is I'm just gonna go back to the commodities market, and I always like, before I'm gonna haul our military grade fabrics, and maybe let me just take a look if I have any. Oh, they don't have anything here that sell there. All right. Oh. Go down to textiles.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And back we go to the planetary system, Watts Hub.
Would like to welcome all pilots to this
Man.
starport. Be sure to check station services.
It'll be personal weapons I'm smuggling, is what I'm going to be doing.
Landing coupler disengaged.
And I'll have to do 3 runs back and forth.
Station perimeter.
Woo!
Reckless maneuvers will not be tolerated, Commander. Please
Tell that-
take care.
Tell that to the little ship that did not mind the bigger ship. I know I have someone coming after me now. That was what that mission update was. Yeah, incoming enemy. Marcus Magnets.
You are clear of the station. Flight control out.
So we'll probably end up fighting here in a sec. But that's all right. I should get a little notice in a second that there's a pirate looking for me. Let me see. I think I can do 2, 3, and 1. That should. So far, they've been pretty quiet. They'll probably hit me on my way back when I have the cargo. But so far nothing. Yeah, that's the fun of doing illegal stuff. They send people after you. Bring that throttle down a bit. Don't go in too hot to this planet. And since I'm doing personal weapons, I think what I'm going to do, this will be my last run to Watts Hub. There's another one. There's actually an orbital system or station that is closer, but I don't know if it has as good of a price. Probably not.
Orbital flight engaged.
Making my way down to Watts Hub. We're going to pick up our illegal goods to smuggle into Ray Gateway. Making a decent amount of money at it, too. Hey, Mix6, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. This is really my first attempt at smuggling. I never really attempted it before, but it's pretty fun. I have to say, I'm making a decent amount of rank. The whole point is that I want to make some trade rank. I want to get to that elite level.
Kudamaya, Papa Alpha Tango. Please check your speed on approach to this facility.
I'm checking it.
Granted. Cleared for landing on pad 08.
Scan detected.
Go ahead and scan me. I'm not carrying anything illegal yet, but it's coming. Hey, Zolidair. Welcome to the stream. You playing some Elite Dangerous today, or just watching today?
Docking successful. Engaging docking.
Alright, well, hopefully you can pick up a few pointers. I'll, when I bring the illegal goods back into the station, I'll let you know what I'm doing. You can just kind of watch. It's fairly self-explanatory, but it works wonders. Alright, so I'm just checking. I brought a bunch of military-grade fabrics. I'm just seeing if anybody's interested in buying them off the mission board, because that's always going to make you a little bit more money than if you just trade it at the commodities market. And you know, that would be too lucky. Doesn't look like anybody wants them. So now I just go to commodities market. This will make me just under 1 million credits dropping this off. And this is the legal end of the trading right now. Now we get into the illegal stuff. Okay, so there we go. All right, so now what I'm looking for is, oh, here, I'll just show you my missions. So I have personal weapons and landmines. So I need 8 units of landmines because I ran short. So let me just pick those up, and then I'm gonna do personal weapons all the way. So landmines, we'll buy 8 of those. All right, and now look, they only have 40 here, so I cleaned them out basically. So let me quickly find another system. I'll show you how I find where I get personal weapons from. Here, let me just drag this over so you can take a look. All right, this is Elite Dangerous database, and basically what I do is, this is the commodity finder. So I'm looking for personal weapons, and I don't need planetary. I need a large landing pad size, and this is the station where I'm at, or based out of. So I find stations that are closest to Diagondry, and it looks like Fiden is selling them, but here, Daimler Gateway, and that's where we're gonna go. So, because they have look at this, they have a good supply, 23,000 units of personal weapons. Well, I look at it as, these tools are awesome. There's really no way that they can put something like this in the game. I mean, I really don't see how they would do it. And I don't find that I need it to be in game. You know, frankly, I have 2 monitors. When I'm playing the game, anything on those monitors is in game for me. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah, it would be nice if all of these tools were included, but some of them are so in-depth. The trade computers, Elite Dangerous, Marketplace. I mean, these things are above and beyond the scope of the game. Do I wish that they were all included in the game? Absolutely. But, you know, it's all right. It's I don't find it to be a problem. It would be just like if I was a smuggler out there in space. I have my own trade network. That's the way I look at it. So we're gonna exit out here, and we're gonna leave here. Let me quick go to my galaxy map, because we need to pick up at Daimler Gateway. That's where we're headed. I just don't think they really thought through everything that we would need. Yeah, well, the reason that Elite Dangerous database compiles, if you need to find something quickly, that's where you do it. It saves you an immense amount of time. So for engineering, you want to use another site's called Inara, INARA.cz. The amount of tools they have to make engineering easy are just fantastic.
You are free of starport limits.
Hey, Commander Murdoch, welcome to the show. We're smuggling some cargo today, doing some bad stuff. It is. It makes it a little bit more challenging. It adds a little element of danger to hauling cargo.
Taking heat damage.
No, I'm not hauling narcotics. I'm smuggling illegal weapons. So I'm basically an arms smuggler. Gun runner. Landmines and personal weapons. You'll That's really good. Hey, Zaladair, just keep at it. It's you got to get your rank up in each the systems, or you know, Federation and Empire, because you get access to some pretty damn awesome top end ships. The game's a lot of fun when you could fly around in a cutter like what I'm doing today. You know, I'm making, you know, doing this smuggling. I'm doing 40 million per hour. No, maybe not, but for now. I kept my nose clean for about 4 years in this game, so it's time to get a little dirty, I guess. So let me just check to make sure. Alright, so the cargo I'm hauling here is not illegal, so I don't have to worry about smuggling him in. So we can just ease on into this station.
Request approved. Prep for arrival on landing pad 10.
And which ship I know. I have them all. I got top rank. Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Scan detected.
I haven't gotten a red flag yet, but yeah, pretty funny. Oh, the Corvette, of course, yeah. Sweet ship.
We would like to welcome all commanders to this facility. Please ensure you complete all docking procedures within the allocated time.
Too fast. Alright, so now I'm just,
Dispatching ground crew.
it's always a good idea to hit the mission board before you go buying and selling, just in case what you have can make you some money. So let me take a look here. Okay, these guys want reactive armor, so if I'm going to be running this mission and non-lethal weapons, let's take a look here. Yeah, they want reactive armor here. And there's actually a pretty decent payout for the reactive armor. Alright, but nobody wants what I got. So we're going to go back to the commodities market. And basically what I'm looking for is personal weapons. And they've got a ton of them. So we're just going to fill up on these.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And we're going to head back to our home station. So we're going to be running back and forth to this station. And on the way back, I'm going to bring, I'll stock up on reactive armor.
Detach confirmed. You're clear
Yes.
to leave.
I have a partially engineered Corvette, but it wasn't built for, it was only built for fighting NPCs. So it won't do that well against, other, PvP, but I don't have to fear anything against NPCs with that. This ship is actually pretty good as well. It can take on pretty much any NPC pirates that come after me, because that's really all I'm looking to do. I play. I don't have a button.
All clear. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Engineering it's hard. It takes a lot of work, but it makes your ships amazing. I mean, I have a long range Anaconda that can jump like 79 light years in one jump. So it makes getting around very easy. If I need to get anywhere fast, I pretty much can, especially in the bubble. There we go. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Alright, so we're heading to Ray Gateway. Alright, and I'm gonna oh, there we go. There's Marcus Magnets. Someone subscribed or followed. That's all. I got a little notice. Bing, bing. But it, sometimes it usually shows up in chat, who's done what, but for some reason it didn't. All right, so we are hitting the. It's always good. Another tip. Most of you sound like you're pretty well advanced, but if you're just a beginner in the game, make sure that you link or keybind 75% throttle.
Flight assist off.
That's mine.
Under attack.
All right, so I'm already under attack here. Oh, what the hell?
Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
There we go. All right, so we've got an anaconda coming after us. There we go. I'm letting him get a little closer. Oh, I got a second ship on me. Oh, he launched a fighter. Little. It looks like I'm gonna have to cut bait because he's got that fighter chewing me up. I'll go after him in a sec. Alright, there we go.
Under attack. Flight assist on.
Alright, we're gonna get this guy. His shields are almost down. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta hang tight. Got his shields down, I just gotta... Almost got him. I'm just going after the fighter. Alright, he's done. There we go. Now we'll go back after the... Now we're hitting him. He's about toast. Sometimes it just takes a little while. I don't have overpowered weapons on this thing. she's toast. There we go.
Destroyed.
And my shields just went down, so that wasn't too bad. You know, that's not bad considering that this ship is really designed for hauling cargo. I didn't really really engineer this one for fighting. Yep. Oh, too fast. Damn! I was reading the chat, not paying attention to where I was going. This is looking good. All right, here we go. This is where we get into some smuggling. Line this up here. Alright, it's going to be a little bit off. We don't want to get too close.
Gutermeyer Upper Alpha Tango.
There we go.
Link established. Please approach the station at a safe speed and give way to larger vessels, Commander. Access granted. Cleared for landing on docking bay 3-2.
So I'm feeling a scan coming on here. They're eyeballing me. Get that speed down under 100. There we go. And I should make it in now. Not bad. And a lot of times if you just line it up like that, you don't get scanned. And so the trick is to line it up straight, so you're coming in on a straight line to the entrance of the station, and then keep your speed fairly quick until just before you get, usually for me, for this ship, it's about 3.5 kilometers out. Because this ship drifts so much, it takes a very long time to slow down. So about 3.5K out, I'll throttle back. And then if you do get scanned, it will say scan detected, you have to pop a heat sink. Do it right away. As soon as the scan is detected, pop your heat sink, and that will cause their scan to fail, and they'll lose their lock on you. And then you can get in. Yeah, that doesn't work with a behemoth like this. You can go full throttle the other way. If you're coming in too fast, you'll hit the other end of the station. And a couple of other things, like I play in open a lot, so if you hit another ship and destroy it, the station's gonna kill you. All right, and a ship this big, even a small ship with full shields, if I hit it going, 300 meters per second, it's gonna instantly detonate. That's usually what happens. So, you definitely could live a little bit more dangerously, but I choose to go the opposite route. Keep the speed under control, and right when you get scanned, if you pop a heat sink, and you might get scanned multiple times if you're further out. So here we go. We're just gonna drop these off, and then we're gonna go back. And I have another mission somewhere. I thought I had another mission. Where is it? 18 units of landmines. It's not showing up. Oh, there. So here, I think not sure. Yeah, no, my thrusters are engineered, but I don't know what they are. I can't remember. They might be. All right, so let me see. I think my cargo hold is now empty. All right, so good. I'm going to go to commodities market. Here, what I'm going to do real quick, this is always a good thing to do, is I'm going to go to a route finder. Yeah, I think that's what I have on this ship. I'll have to double check. All I'm doing right here is oh, sorry. Yeah, there's the filter isn't quite Daimler Gateway. So what I'm doing is I'm finding a route that this is going to tell me what I can trade to make an extra 600,000 credits. So that I'm not flying to this base empty. It says microcontrollers. That's going to be your best bet. But I also know that that base is offering missions for reactive armor and I think non-lethal weapons. So I'm going to take a look, and we have both of those here. So I'm going to fill up on reactive armor. Well, here, I'll do like 250 of these. Well, I'll fill up on them, and then I'll just do the balance because it looked like they were paying better. So I'll confirm that. They're not clever enough. What you have to do is put in exceptions, and the filters on these chatbots aren't sophisticated enough. That's what I found. I used to run other game servers, and we developed a few chatbots that were much more sophisticated, so that they could pick out actual words. But you know, people then would abuse it, and so it's always something. All right, so I have everything I need, and we smuggled our stuff in. We're heading back. And so what I'm doing basically is, oh, I didn't get my microcontrollers. Dang. Oh, that's right. I filled up completely on
Detach confirmed. You are clear to leave.
on reactive armor. So I'll talk a little bit about how I found these trades. I used Elite Dangerous database. Yep. So on we go, back to the systems that I'm or the factions that are really providing the smuggling opportunities, they're going to be in civil war. At least at these stations, and that's where I've found they're the most productive as far as credits go. And let's take a look at well, in Super Cruise, so nothing works, or hyperspace or whatever they call it, witch space. There we go. I'm just going to set my speed so that we don't overshoot it. But bind your 75% throttle to a key that you remember, because that's the one you want, because that is as fast as you can go without overshooting your target. But so, all right, so I'm at 67% rank, and I am at about 613 million. All right, so I have another pirate coming after me. We'll see. We'll see if I make it in without getting. Yeah, I don't know what that means when the black market is red. Maybe it's just that it's shut down. And I always like to just make sure when I'm carrying stuff, like I have non-lethal weapons and reactive armor. You always want to check just to make sure that it's not illegal where you're headed. Because the way you approach it will be different, of course. The key, like what I've done here. No, oh, darn it! All right, so we didn't quite make it. He got right behind me. So what we do is we're just gonna. I throttled to 0. Come on. Come on. There we go. Weapons out. There he is. And so I'm just doing the reverse ski. I'm flying backwards, and I'm hitting him. And now what I'll do is I'll slow it down just a little bit so he can catch me, because I'm going away a little bit quick. There we go. So now I'm at 250. All right. So now he's getting a little closer to me. And I'm just eating his shields up.
Under attack.
There we go. And now my multi-cannons are hitting him. And now the cavalry has arrived. And this guy is going to be toast in a second. Okay, so now he's turned and run, so I'm going to go after him. There we go. This guy is toast. that was easy. Weapons away, and off we go. So, yeah, if you're picking up illegal stuff, you should already have a destination in mind. And so I know that what I'm hauling back is going to be illegal, and but I also made sure that one, there were missions there was a demand for the illegal stuff I was hauling before I started hauling it, and then there was also at a black market, so in case the demand dried up, then I could at least dump off those goods for a reasonable profit. And so you kind of cover your bases so you're not losing money on the deal. And I think that's probably the most important thing, is you don't want to be losing money or getting fines for hauling the goods. But it's pretty straightforward. You like what I'm doing right now is I'm taking the time to line up the entrance of the station. So I'm coming around in Super Cruise. Now come on, I just slowed it down. Why does this keep picking up? Damn it, now I totally lost it. I totally hit my 75% key and it for whatever reason would not register. So I've completely missed the station. This is called the loop of shame, by the way. You loop around. There it comes. And I won't be quite lined up because I missed it. So luckily I don't have to be lined up for this one, but we're totally on the wrong side, so I'm just gonna boost this way. And then put the station in sight.
Alpha Tango. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only.
So I'll just come around. There's the entrance. That's what we were looking for. Still going backwards. But now we can request docking.
Access granted. Clear for landing on docking bay 0, neither.
See the drift on this thing? I am just sliding on by. That's the thing about this ship. Once it gets going in a direction, it does not want to change. A little bit more. It's been quite profitable today, and my goal is to we're gonna get jammed. There we go.
Reckless maneuvers will not be tolerated. Please take care.
Get out of my way, dude. I was here first. NPCs are idiots. So sometimes you just gotta muscle your way right in. Oh shoot, I'm in the wrong pad. There we go. Pad 9. I thought I was at 32. That sucks. So, let me quick take a look. Where the hell is pad 9? It's over here. I'll back up. I don't see where it's at. Where are you, pad 9? There's 1. There's 9.
Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit requests before entering the docking bay.
Alright, so after a little bit of some small mishaps there and not really paying attention to what I'm doing, I made it back in. So now, see, everything is I'll have to look at that. I didn't I've been playing this game for 4 years and I don't know what that is, little radar on the left. I'll have to take a look. You mean the little circle? Never it's see, you learn something new all the time. Alright, so there we go. We're in. And I'm gonna hit the mission board because what I'm looking to do is dump this reactive armor, and I think I have non-lethal weapons as well. Yeah, so here we go. I mean, before I accept it, I have reactive armor. Good, that's good to know. That's what I love about this stream. I learn more from you guys than I do from the other way around. That's how it always is. Already made more profit than if I was just hauling straight commodities at this station, so by double of what I would have made. So that's it's always worth it if you can haul in what they're looking for. See, I need to get allied because then I'd get access to some of these other. Alright. And now this side of the run is definitely not as profitable as the Ray Gateway side. But it's better than not making anything on this end of the run, for sure. And what was that, 4-5 million I've made already, and if I would have just done the straight cargo, it would have been 900,000, so it definitely works. Alright, so I'm gonna board flip this back to open, and this is going away, so you won't be able to do this anymore once they create a dedicated mission server for the game. Right now everything's kind of linked together. Alright, come on. Give me some good stuff. Good missions. I have some non-lethal weapons. There we go. I'm gonna dump those off. should get me allied with this faction here, or very close to it. And I could have gotten allied sooner. Well, what you'll find is that if you've been playing this game for any length of time at all, the mission boards can be really, really bad. Like where you don't get enough missions. Like for me, I can haul about 700 tons of cargo in this ship, and unless I board flip, I never, ever, ever get missions that that utilize that full amount of cargo, and it's especially. All right, so here's a good one. And so you have to basically mode switch to refresh the mission board to get a new. And what I think they should do is, if they're not going to make the mission board have all the missions you need, they need to have a refresh button so that you can just refresh it in the game. Because I should be able to, I mean, 8 tons. Yeah, that's the way it goes. But again, that's why, let me just see how many before I accept this. All right, oh, I only have 21 tons left, so I'm going to need a smaller mission for that. It's a shame because I don't have enough. Here's some reactive. And I think that was all. Yeah. But I'm almost to, what was it, 8 million on this run? Very close to it. I don't know. No. 4 million, sorry. But still, that's a pretty good, that's a pretty good result. And I hit that 620 million mark. Just looking for that reactive armor. All right, so then we're going to go back to solo play, just to refresh the board again. Wouldn't it be nice if they just had a little button? And ideally what they would do is that each level, each rank level would get their own board. That's what I would like to see. So if you're a tycoon, you get tycoon missions and higher, and that's it. And on the same board, so that I don't have to deal with all of these really low-grade missions anymore. Because, frankly, I wouldn't look at them anyways. They don't make enough money to, when you're flying a ship that costs 2 billion credits, to make it worth your while to even fly it. Doesn't even keep the power on. So hopefully there will be things coming, improvements with the mission board, but we've all been disappointed with updates before that there was lots of excitement and then it turned out to not be what we all thought it was going to be. So but to me it opens up a bunch of opportunity to really improve the mission system if they separate it out, that they can really customize the mission boards. And they're already saying that they're doing, you know, it's going to be a per commander mission board. So they should further do it per rank. So let's say, and then, you know, give you some divisions. So if you want to do, yes, yes. Now this board gave me a lot of missions. This is good. So I'm already up to 622 million. So very pleased. And we'll check my rank here in a second, trade rank. Because that's the whole purpose of this, is I want to hit that elite trade rank. That's something that when you hit that rank, your payouts get higher. And I got any reactive armor and non-lethal weapons. All right, let's back out of this, but before I board flip again, let me just check my inventory. All right, so I have 67 and 21, and then let's go back to rank. All right, 69%. My goal for this for today was 70%. So, and I was at 50 when we started, so I'm gonna get it basically 20% trade rank, or no, I was at 55, so 15%, and 623 million. My goal today was just to hit 600 million. I'm almost to elite with combat. I'm at 84% dangerous. So I'll finish that off eventually, but I haven't been doing it. Haven't been doing too much of it. So let me also check my contacts. Okay. No black market here. And good. Now I'm gonna hit the commodities market, and I'm just gonna sell off what I have. Well, here, you know what? Let me board flip one more time. I think I can hit one more mission here. That way I don't have to sell off at a loss. Bounty hunting is fun. You can make a ton at bounty hunting. I'm doing a little bit different things right now in the game. I hadn't really done much trade at all. In 4 years, I think I made a total of 60 million credits in trade before this, probably the last 10 days. And I'm about 250 million now, so I've made just under 200 million in the last 10 days just trading. And learned a lot about trading. There's a lot of external resources you really need to use to be efficient at it. See, they need microcontrollers. And typically the only factions I look at are the ones at Civil War, but every now and then I'll just look through, because every now and then you'll get a random mission for what you're hauling. And okay, so this is good. This will let me dump off pretty much all the rest of my non-lethal weapon. And get rid of that. Yeah, the wing source and returns, those are pretty decent. Just make sure. Let's see. My inventory. All right, so 67. Well, is that 50 million net or gross? I'm not the only missions I'm seeing here, none of them get above 18 million, and 9 million of that's inexpensive. So I'm not seeing any missions like that. I am in, and I've looked. So you must be finding some pretty specific systems because, or hunting for them, because I've looked, and even allied at, I'm allied at in 100 different systems, and I'm not seeing any missions above 18 million right now for what, I mean, I've checked tons of boards. I mean, like look at this one, 5 million for 1,000, ridiculously low payout. Or here. Yeah. I haven't seen anything really worth the effort. I'll keep looking though, but if I see a wing mission under 2,000 units that's paying 50 million, I'll go for it, but I haven't seen anything like that. I mean, even that's not even enough. I don't think that. I only have 21. All right, so now I'm just gonna go to the. I'm gonna go to the commodities market. I'm gonna sell off what I have here. So yeah, 280 credit loss. I'm just gonna dump them. It's not worth it to flip the boards, considering I made about 10 million there. That's fine to lose 2 credits. All right, now personal weapons. Just gonna stock up.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Yeah, see, but that's not bad. I mean, if you're netting over 20 million, and as long as you can do it in 2 or 3 runs solo, then it's worth it. You know, it's actually worth it if you make a lot more if you do it in a wing, because everybody gets that reward. Darn it! What's happening? All right, so we have our all right. Time to smuggle. It's smuggle time. We're down to some illegal activity. And now I did take I took a 16 million wing mission. That's gonna net me probably about 9 million. And the only reason I took it was because the mission board wasn't spawning anything else than the wing missions. And I just had to take something to end the monotony. Take a look at I'm still at 69% trade rank. We're just going for 1 more percent. Well, to have more money than you'll ever need in this game, yeah, I mean, I still haven't hit that mark. I had close to 4 billion credits, and I spent that in a day, in an afternoon playing this game. I went down to 200 million in less than an hour, buying ships, A-rating them, purchasing all the different modules. So I mean, you can burn through the cash in this game. I spent a lot. I added a second Anaconda that was just for exploration, one just for fighting Thargoids, and then I also did like a Federal assault ship for fighting Thargoids, then the new crate for fighting Thargoids. Yeah, I mean, in order to do a lot of things in the game and just keep it fresh, you need a lot of credits. You just need a lot. But then you have, you have all the options. You can learn to fly a new ship. You can play completely different. This ship is not very nimble, so it's not. You can't really do a lot of fun flying with it. It's great in a straight line. Yeah, I know, funny. Tongue-tied. Happens a lot. The embarrassing things that come out of my mouth sometimes. That doesn't even rate. Alright. Now coming in. Alright, so I think this is gonna be my, well, I think I have to do one more run to finish off this mission. So we'll go back and forth, and that should get me over 70% trade rank, and I should be able to finish that up in the next couple of days. We'll see if I make it in. So far, I've been good without getting scanned.
Gutamaya Papa Alpha Tango. Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander. Access granted. Set down on landing pad 2-4.
Alright, so now I'm going to ease back on the throttle about... landing pad 2-4. Sometimes it helps me to just say that out loud because otherwise I don't pay attention to what I'm doing.
You're on course, Commander. Ground crew on standby.
And there it is. And once again, no scan happened. That's another reason I think this is medium security system. So in a high security system, you're going to get scanned a lot more. The system authority presence is going to be a lot higher. But I also think the payout for illegal goods in a high security system is going to be higher as well. So, that would be something to test, a theory to test. Because I have not confirmed that. It's just an assumption I've made. And like a lot of assumptions in this game, you're just dead wrong. So, to the mission board. We have one mission here with... There it is. And just ever so close. We just have to make one more run. Yes, but the longer you play this game, you realize that there's not a lot of logic to it at all. The basic rules of supply and demand don't actually work, because a lot of times you'll get prices that are too high for the low demand and high supply, and then other times they're artificially capped, where you would be in an area where the population is so high and the demand is so high that the price would be astronomical, and yet it's capped so that we don't have gold rushes. They've done that. So so there is a little bit of logic in the middle, but around either end it gets a little bit frayed. Okay. So we're gonna go to the commodities market, and we are gonna fill our cargo hold with... Oh, we don't have any. It's all gone. So the illegal goods are gone. That's a shame. So one thing that you'll note, I bet the Civil War ended. Let's take a look. Or let's take a look here. Go to the mission board. So the reactive armor is gone. Everything that I was hauling to this place is gone. So let's take a look. Oh, no, we still have Civil War, but... You should be good. You should be able to turn a decent profit. Alright, so... Now let me just take a look. So I don't... My illicit... stuff is off the market, but I can still make a decent profit off of auto fabricators, and so that's what I'm gonna purchase from the commodity. SRV missions, they're okay. You know, for engineering you need to use your SRV a lot because you have to go get materials. So let me just take a look really quickly. Yeah, so the weapons are gone. It's gonna be machinery, I think. Auto fabricators. Gonna stock up on that. We'll haul that to our destination. That way we don't show up empty-handed.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
So this will be. I think this is going to be my last run for today. And once I hit that 70% and complete this mission,
Ship restraints withdrawn. You are clear to leave.
And what ship are you flying these days? What's your current ship? Solid air. A little fast. Oop. A little high in there.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Until next time.
Oh, yeah, the Crusader. No, that's a good ship. Alright, so we're going to have a little bit more combat here now. There we go. We'll just throttle back.
Warning, thermal attack. Gaining heat. Under attack.
Alright, so we're going to get a little closer to this guy. There we go. Alright, here he comes. He's out of range.
Under attack.
we got the good guys coming as well. So this guy's toast. His shields are down.
Under attack. Heat sink deployed.
He's about done.
Flight assist on.
And he is done.
Under attack. Target destroyed. Cannot comply.
Yeah, that's where you need to engineer your because I get bored not fighting. That's why. And some, you know, when I've done it for a few hours, sometimes you need something to just break up the monotony. And so I'll just fight the guy. I mean, you know, I've already fully mastered how to get away from them. It's just not as fun as standing and fighting. And I'm just about done for the day today. I already preset some goals as to what I wanted to achieve, trade rank wise and money wise. I hit both of those goals pretty much. So get a couple of kills in while I'm at it. Not with this ship, it doesn't. There's not an NPC, a single one in the game anyways, that can kill me. So I'm not too worried. Now, I wouldn't use this ship to fight a wing of 3, but 1-on-1 or 2-on-1, this I'll always win. And especially if I have report crimes on and the system authority shows up, I don't really have to worry about dying. Now, if I was flying this without any shields, which I do a lot to maximize, get that extra 100 tons of cargo, absolutely I would run. But my ship loadout is I deliberately put weapons on it and shields because I knew I was going to want to fight a little bit.
Landing permitted. Prep for arrival on landing pad 09.
But that's just typically when I'm seriously smuggling, I don't engage. You're absolutely right. So we're just about done here.
Contact. Clear to disembark.
Okay, so what am I? Auto fabricators. Let's see. I always like to check the mission board. Maybe somebody wants some auto fabricators. I doubt it, but every now and then I get lucky. Exactly. Well, if you get good at not dying, I think that's a very, very fun way to play the game. I personally don't do that. In fact, I get great enjoyment out of getting my ships destroyed. I'm warped in that way. I like to take on things that that seem insane, and because sometimes you come out with the victory and it's extremely satisfying, but if you die, that can be very entertaining as well, with you know, how you die. And I don't know, I come from first person shooters where you die a lot, so I think that's why I'm conditioned to that. I hear you. Yeah, the older I get, the more risk averse I get, that's for sure. All right, so I need to do personal weapons, one more run. Let me just take a look real quick. I sold all that. Did I? Still didn't hit my 70. So all right, we're gonna buy personal weapons here. A little too hardcore for me. I am too attached to my accounts. I have two, but I would never wipe them. In fact, I bought the second one because I wanted to play exploration, and so I didn't want to always have to come to the bubble to switch. So right now that one's way out in the middle of nowhere.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
All right, so back I go. This is going to be it, I think. I'm going to hit that 70%, and
Ship released. Departure authorized.
For the safety of all visitors, be considerate of other vessels while passing through the main access corridor.
You have left the no-fire zone. Flight control out.
yep. Yeah, I really, really enjoy exploration. And I've done a lot of it. And I'm really looking forward to the Chapter 4 updates to see how they change it. I think, well, I'm hoping that it kind of freshens it up for everybody. It just would be very cool to kind of make it more more of a challenge, more rewarding, all those things. Because after, I don't know if it's the same with you. I still enjoy exploring, but the luster has worn off a bit. I still enjoy finding new things, but it just it doesn't seem like there's enough variety out there or a challenge to it anymore. I guess that's what it comes down to. But so I explore less than I used to. I'm not quite as hardcore about it as I was, but looking forward to some new changes, and hopefully they will be an incremental. I'm not looking for a major overhaul, but an incremental improvement to the system to make it a little bit more rewarding, a little bit more challenging, a little bit more enjoyable. Because clearly I already immensely enjoy this game, otherwise I wouldn't have been playing it pretty much non-stop for the last 4 years. And I don't play, I don't know, extreme amounts, but I am very consistent. And I have had a few breaks here and there where I've stopped playing just to kind of refresh and do some other games. But I always come back to it. Just it's one of those games that I mean, I played the original on the Commodore 64, and I loved that. Loved it. It was one of the first games that I really fell in love with as a teenager.
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander. Access granted. Prep for arrival on landing pad 2-4.
Hey, enjoy your meal. Hopefully it's something good. Yep, come by. I try to play every day. This week it's been a little rough, but mornings for Elite Dangerous, 8:30 to about noon is when I'm usually on. And then I try to get an evening stream other games. But Zoladair, thanks for checking in and chatting with me. I appreciate it. Alright, so coming into my last run of the day. Boom.
100 meters from touchdown.
And that's why you have shields right there. Well, so you're coming to the end of your day and I'm just getting started.
Touchdown confirmed. Clear to disembark. Welcome to our starboard, Commander.
You keep yourself damn busy exploring. That's and that's what I love about exploration. So much of it is external to the game. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And I mean, that's where when I really started to get into exploring, I found that it was much richer with the external tools that we use and the external communities that have built up around it. You know, we all still play Elite Dangerous, but there's so much, I mean, that is just the external community and the interaction you get, and also the yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. It enhances the external tools. All right, so here I am at my final mission board. Let me I'm gonna cash in this one mission, and then I'll probably have to board flip a few more just to sell off what I have. But all right, so we have complete this mission. There we go, 17 million. That's a nice reward. That's going to put me over the top for sure. And it puts me at 636 million, which is about 36 million more than my goal today. And we'll take a look here at my trade rank. Look at that, 72% instead of the 70. So I went up 3% with that one mission. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So now we're gonna look. Take a look at my inventory. I've still got 584 tons I need to dump off of personal weapons. Let's see. None there. Landmines. Okay, personal weapons. Okay, so 2 more missions here. Oh, nice. 640 million. I'm making some decent credits off of this as well. Definitely wouldn't qualify as a gold rush, but still pretty darn good. So flipping the board once again, taking advantage of the ability to do that, because this will not be able to happen when they update the way the mission boards work. I won't be able to flip the boards. I'll have to wait. I'll basically get one board every, I don't know, I guess they refresh every 10 minutes or so. So you can get, 6 boards an hour. And so it definitely is going to slow things down. Now, hopefully they will optimize the mission boards a little bit more. I had talked about a little bit earlier that I would love to see I would love to see them remove mission caps so that the boards could have a lot more missions, but then have them fine-tuned to your rank so that it doesn't even show you let's say I'm a tycoon. It'll show me tycoon and elite. I've been board flipping before it was called board flipping. Always looking for better missions. I wish they had a little refresh button up here so that I didn't have to do it. You could just hit the button. And if the mission boards actually functioned in a normal way or in a logical way, you wouldn't have to. So I'm hoping that when they make the changes that they do, make the mission boards just a little bit more viable. Okay, so look, my Civil War ended, so I am now I have a bunch of materials that I'm just gonna have to black market sell them. So that's the other thing about the background simulation in this game. Things change, and they change rapidly. So these two factions were just in Civil War. Well, the Civil War has ended, and they don't want any of the stuff that they wanted just a minute ago. And so there's no more. So we're gonna go to the commodities market. Oh no, I mean the black market. Here we go. Hit the black market. Redeem this. Well, I wouldn't call myself casual, seeing as I have about 3,000 hours in this game, but I don't know. It's a game, and it's for entertainment for me. More than I never understood the immersive as a thing. Games are always games, and that's the way I play them. And I play a ton of games, and I guess I'm not a role player per se. I play them for doing different fun things in them, and I don't imagine myself as an actual pilot per se, like that I'm not who I don't live in this world, and I'm playing a game in that world, I guess. All right, so there we go. I just sold off all the rest of my stuff. Let me take a look really quick. Okay, so 73% toward elite. That's a nice jump today. That was 13%, I think. Yeah, and I play flight simulators too, and I see them as simulators as well, but I also don't then try to imagine myself as an actual pilot. I'm a person playing a flight simulator, just as I would be, say, if I was a pilot learning to fly and had to get my sim hours. You still have to fly it exactly like a real aircraft, but it's not a real aircraft. So that's the kind of thing that I guess I don't have that ability to put myself in a different world than I actually am. I think that's part of the reason why I like games is I get too much reality as it is. I don't want to then immerse myself in an alternate reality. I want something that I know is not real. If that makes any sense. I get I get too much damn reality out of reality. My wife and we have this conversation all the time because she likes movies that are realistic, and she doesn't like fantasy or sci-fi or sci-fantasy. She does like sci-fi if it's plausible, but even that's a little bit much for her. She likes realistic movies, things that could happen to real people in the real world, and I'm just like, nope, don't want it. Don't want anything to do with reality-based movies. That is a bummer to me. All right, so enough about that. We could probably go. We could have hours of conversation with that, and I would actually look forward to it. But it's getting to be lunchtime for me, and I am hungry. So I did smuggling today. Didn't I think I've kind of perfected the techniques of sneaking in to stations without getting scanned. It's not very difficult once you learn how to do it. You very simply you line up to the slot on the station. You don't speed too much because you want to be able to throttle back. But then when you do get scanned, make sure that you pop a heat sink right after you've been scanned, and it will delay them from getting the complete scan on you, probably until you're in the station. And that's once you're in the station, you can't be scanned anymore. So be sure to use that technique. You don't have to worry about silent running or heat or any of that. Now in a high security system, you're probably going to get scanned more and by multiple ships. So what you're going to want to do is understand how to do silent running in combination with your heatsink deployment so that you can get in and out quickly. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back on this evening, hopefully. I have 2 kids that are in school, so when they get home from school, kind of all bets are off. If they have a lot of homework, they have after school activities. I tend to spend a lot of my time doing that. And I always have good intentions of coming on and streaming in the evening. It's not Elite Dangerous in the evening, so I'll usually do something different. First-person shooters are usually good for the evening because they help me relieve the stress of the day. And I've been playing PUBG. I have been playing Insurgency Sandstorm. I've been playing the beta of Battlefield 5. All are good fun in their own ways. I'm looking at I am not a Call of Duty player, but I was looking at that new Blackout mode they have, and it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like PUBG, but fun, if that makes any sense. So I may actually try that. The beta is over, so I'm gonna have to wait for the game to release, but that should be coming in the fairly near future. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that I might actually buy Call of Duty, but oh my gosh, don't hate me, people, please. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the great chat today, all the great input. I learned a lot from you guys today, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll be back on 8:30 a.m. But hopefully 8:30, between 8:30 and 10, I usually get on, and we can pick it up from there. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye bye.